Here with Chain Breaker's Garden, decided to give you an update. I promised a video on chickens. I'm going to try to do one right quick. A few minutes just on one breed, well, on the 3 breeds that we have. So just going to do a video right quick. Shout out to my irrigation specialist. It's what are the plants, baby? What are the plants? You gonna water the plants or? Not really, huh? Okay, cool. All right, so that's our irrigation specialist. So I'm gonna run through the 3 birds that we have, 3 type of bird breeds that we have right quick, and hopefully they'll cooperate. So the first bird is the buff Orpington. It's a British bird, dates back to the 1800s. That one particularly is my favorite one. You probably hear me shout it out a lot. That's Sweet Pea. They lay about 250 eggs a year. They're dual purpose. That means they can be eaten for meat or specifically for eggs. They do well in the winter, and they also do well with heat as well. I'm located in zone 9, so you can imagine they had to put up with a lot of heat. These birds are about 17 weeks old, and they do really well. They do well in the run. They also do well as foraging, as being free range. They're a big bird, so if you're going to have a coop, you're going to need a lot of space. Right here, that speckled bird just walked by is the speckled Sussex. It dates back from England. It comes from England as well. It's a dual purpose bird too. It can be eaten for meat or eggs. They're very quiet. Yeah, well, you can tell. There's a breed out here that isn't as quiet, but they're very quiet. They don't lay quite as many eggs as the buff Orpington at 250. I think they come in at probably a little over 200. But they are better at free ranging than my other chickens. Mine specifically have a quite fond taste for vegetation. So they're not all carnivores like my other breed. Once again, our irrigation specialist. Yeah. Water them, baby. Right there. Thanks. But they're really a great quiet breed, and they're great with children. So they make an excellent addition. They do well in the run and a coop setting, but they do better free ranging than my other breeds. All right. So remember, they're dual purpose. And that coloration, right? So their coloring is they start off like a little dull brown, and then as they get older and they begin to molt, they get that white coloring in them. I love them. I love them dearly. These out of my flock are probably the most wiliest. They do have a tendency not to be flighty, but they just like to fly. They do have a tendency more to fly. I think that's because they're a little bit smaller than the other breeds that I have here. But they're really sweet, really quiet. You never know they were back here. They're the least chatty of the 3 birds that I'm going to mention. Coming in last is the big black bird. That's a big black Australorps, right? So the Australorps hail from Australia. They're a cross, actually, so they have some buff Orpington looks to them. That's because they cross with a buff Orpington. Hail from Australia. Big meaty bird. They're the loudest of all my bird breed, all in my flock. They lay about 250 eggs a year. They're still really good with children, and they're still, for the most part, quiet as far as if you need a backyard bird. They have that greenish tinge to them, to that feathering. They get that, and it gives them a great look. I've heard stories that if you have a couple black Australorps, that keeps birds of prey away. I don't know about that. There was a hawk specific. Look at that. Look at that. It's supposed to be supposed to be eerie. It's supposed to be watering my garden, right? Water the water the garden. Thank you. Thanks. I appreciate it. Get out the mud. But they are the most, I won't say aggressive, but they are the most dominant chicken, the black Australorps in my flock. They're also the biggest. They make for a fantastic bird though. So why these three breeds specifically is because, oh, sorry, I forgot about the hawk thing. I did have a hawk incident here where a hawk did land on one of these posts out here back when they were a little bit smaller. And for whatever reason, they didn't attack them. So I can't say that's because the black Australorps were there, but the hawk did look puzzled. So I'm not sure. So I can't confirm or deny there if a hawk is, if black Australorps prevent hawk attacks. But why specifically these birds? These three birds are because we are in a cul-de-sac kind of setting. Even though we sit on some decent sized land, a decent sized lot, we still have to be concerned about the noise. Of course, we don't have any roosters, at least I hope not. And one speckled Sussex that is right here, cone has developed a little faster than the other one, so has the wattle, but I'm just thinking maybe that's just hoping that's just a female trait. I haven't heard any crowing yet. And so I'm believing that's just still a female. Her cone just hasn't, her cone developed a little faster than the other one. But why these three breeds? The black Australorp, the buff Orpington, and the speckled Sussex? Because we're in a cul-de-sac kind of setting. These birds are really quiet, and as you can see, with my irrigation specialist, I have children. I've got a small child, and so they, as you can see, they're out here. She's out here. There's no drama. There's no nothing. So they pretty much just tolerate us, and they let us do our thing, and we do, you know. And that's pretty much it. Oh, these birds do go breedy. They are broody birds though, so there are going to be some heavy egg setters, right? So you may have a problem getting them off the egg. Now, if you want to raise them, if you want to raise chicks, these are the three best breeds to do it, hands down. But if you're in a cul-de-sac setting, you need birds that are going to be a little bit quiet. As you can tell, they're back here free ranging, and there's basically no noise. You never know they were back here. So that's the awesome thing about them. But that's pretty much it for today, guys. So these are the birds. Remember, these are 17-week-old chickens. So hopefully in maybe 2 or 3 weeks, we may get an egg or two. Maybe. Not sure. Remember, the size of your coop is very important. Don't overcrowd your coop, guys. And understand, you know, hopefully this gets a better understanding of the birds. I thank you so much for watching. Sorry this video was a little long. I pray that the atmosphere you move in, that you work in, that you're growing in, that you're building in, I pray it be of that only of God. And I pray that you remain covered. Love you guys. I thank you. If you like it, like it. And wouldn't mind if you subscribe. And let's get it again some other time. Hey, Smoke, say bye. Oh, never mind. Say bye to the Lily. Hey, say bye. Okay. All right, guys. Thanks.